I'm about to expose my top 5 Rainbow Friends Chapter 3 predictions. It is I, GW. If you're excited for Rainbow Friends Chapter 1 and 2, I bet you can't wait to find out more about Rainbow Friends Chapter 3. And I know Rainbow Friends Chapter 2 just came out, but we're so excited. It was such a good ending to the Chapter 2 that we want to explore more about what's going to be in Chapter 3. So, all my material that I'm pulling is going to be from Rainbow Friends Chapter 1 and 2 to support my top 5 hypotheses for Rainbow Friends Chapter 3. If you're not already subscribed, please do so, and let's get right into it. So, my first two predictions are going to revolve around any potential new Rainbow Friends. And so, for this first prediction, I am going to go ahead and hypothesize that the new Rainbow Friend we will see in Chapter 2 will be pink. And why is that? Because if you look at all of the decorations around Rainbow Friends Chapter 1 and 2, the most common color that you see besides the ones that already have monsters is pink. These examples include all of the things that we're gathering, like the blocks, fuses, lookies, etc. And then in the background with all of the decorations, you see the paintings that have rainbow in it. Almost always they're the color pink. So what I'm guessing is we're going to have another girl or female rainbow friend. If you think about it, their first one revealed was Cyan, and Cyan is so vicious. I couldn't imagine what the next female rainbow friend will be. They seem almost more deadly than the male characters. I'm not trying to be controversial here. It just seems like, wow, Cyan was so deadly. And so many are wondering what pink actually looks like. And if we look at the fan base pink, it looks really goofy. I don't think that's going to be what pink actually looks like. Let me know in the comments down below what you think pink will look like, but I'm guessing pink is going to be very animalistic in nature like the other rainbow friends. I mean, they all look like monsters of some sort, so I don't think this pink character is going to necessarily be some alien looking thing. It's going to be more of like an animal type monster, so get ready for that, guys. And for my second prediction, I am predicting another rainbow friend. Why the heck would I do that? Don't we have enough? Well, I'm not so sure because when I was looking at Rainbow Friends Chapter 2, I noticed a stunning observation on the whiteboard here in Blue's Castle for the employees only room. So when you look at this, you can see a faded outline. And if you zoom in real close, guess what it is? It's a white ghost. I am guessing that we're going to have a white rainbow friend that may possibly be an animal or a ghost or something along those lines. So I know this is a little bit of a reach, but I've never seen anything drawn in Rainbow Friends that didn't actually become part of the story. Okay, so I'm going to get a little out of the box for Rainbow Friends Chapter 3 prediction number 3. And what I'm talking about here is Oddworld. So if you go back to Rainbow Friends Chapter 1, those first few nights, we were exploring what was a basically a rundown theme park and showcase for the Rainbow Friends. And I think that was intended to be more of a older Oddworld type museum. And now we get into the actual Oddworld theme park. And so when I think about that theme park and going back to Rainbow Friends Chapter 1 and the museum, I know that Oddworld may have actually been just this forested area. If you go to this model here, it represents what Rainbow Friends Oddworld actually was and where the Rainbow Friends used to live. And so my guess is that these were actually Rainbow Friends in the wild and then made captive. And so we're going to find out more about the actual Oddworld itself once we go up the elevator at the end of chapter 2. And speaking of Rainbow Friends chapter 2 ending, if you go to where the bars were, just before that are three animatronics of red, orange, and green. And I believe that those were the actual animatronics entertaining children here at Oddworld's theme park. I don't actually think it was the Rainbow Friends themselves. I believe they were made captive and brought in, and those animatronics were destroyed by Red. I know I use that term Oddworld a lot, but I think it's interchangeable with the word Hemlock Woods because Hemlock Woods is where Rainbow Friends originated in Oddworld. Now, how did they get here? That's what we're going to find out more about in Chapter 3, but I think just for predicting what's going to happen in Chapter 3, I think we're going to go to the Hemlock Woods itself or Oddworld itself and get away from these theme parks. Okay, and so for my fourth prediction, I believe that Rainbow Friends Chapter Two's old man who followed us along the story was actually Trenton. And you might ask, who's Trenton? Well, Trenton appeared in Rainbow Friends Chapter 1, not as a playable character, but he was there in a portrait in the museum portion of Chapter 1, and you can see him in this photo here. I think that Trenton became the old man. We don't know much about him. There was no caption around the portrait, but if you look at the glasses and then just the way his eyes and mouth look, you're going to look at him and say, wow, those could be the same person. So I know some of the other content creators have tied the old man to another character that's in Spider from the same developers as Rainbow Friends. But I personally think that even if it was the case, I actually believe this person is Trenton here as shown in the portrait. All right, my top 5 prediction for Rainbow Friends Chapter 3 is going to be related to the story of Oddworld and the foundation of it. So what do I mean by foundation? Well, let's talk about Oswald D Davis from Rainbow Friends Chapter 1. If you look at his portrait here, you'll see that Oswald D Davis, if you take the first letter from his first, middle, and last names, you get Odd. And I think that's how we come up with Odd World. So my theory is that Odd World is actually a corporation where the Rainbow Friends were created or controlled and taken from Hemlock Woods. So I believe Hemlock Woods is where the Rainbow Friends came from. And then Odd World is that corporation founded by Oswald D Davis where they took over the Rainbow Friends and released them into this theme park and tried to control them. So that's my top 5 predictions for Rainbow Friends Chapter 3. I am really curious what you guys think will happen in Rainbow Friends Chapter 3. So be sure to leave a comment down below about one of your predictions. Until next time, later.